Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Brown's Latest. I'm Dave Grendzynski, and this is where we get you caught up on some of the latest news and tidbits involving our favorite team in the NFL, the Cleveland Browns. Thank you to everyone who has liked our previous episodes, who has subscribed to the channel, who have become members of the Browns' latest dog pound, and to everyone who gets your comments in the viewer comment section. Okay. It's time to move on from Joe Flacco, but he's only half the problem. We learned a few things watching that mess unfold against the Ravens. Also, the storylines heading into the game against Green Bay, they all share a common theme. And then down in the viewer comments, there is one big lesson to be learned from that disaster in Baltimore. But first things first, we are no longer wacko for Flacco. And it's only half of his fault, to be honest. This offensive line can't pass block to save their lives. Conklin out again. DeJuan Jones is not the answer at left tackle. And then he was out for a while, but this offensive line is a complete mess. And why we have not addressed the offensive line with young studs over the last couple of years is beyond me. But Flacco doesn't have a chance back there. He can't move, and they can't block. Now, run blocking, they seem to be doing okay there, because here, take a look at the stats. Judkins averaged 6 yards a carry in his first NFL game. 6 yards a carry is pretty good for a running back in the NFL. But Flacco had nothing going, running for his life. And then when he tried to make something happen, he threw that awful interception, which is his MO. I mean, what are you going to do? Well, I couldn't understand the game plan either. Like, I don't understand why are we throwing drags? Why aren't we throwing, those high percentage, hit Bond in stride, hit these guys in stride? No, we're trying to throw it down the field. Sampson's not even on the field. We needed his quicks. We needed speed out there. Not out there. The game plan, I don't know what the game plan is or was on offense, but this offense is a complete disaster right now, and it's Stefanski's offense. This is all on him. It is what it is. It's just a complete mess. And so the only people doing anything out there, and I know, we say, oh, how can you say the defense, they gave up 41 points? Yeah. Come on. The offense did absolutely nothing to help the defense. Here, there's the stats. I mean, there's only so much they can do. You hold Derrick Henry to 14 yards in the first half. You hold him to his lowest rushing total in 2 years. Flowers wasn't much of a factor. I mean, yeah, he had some catches and things in the second half. But guess what? Denzel Ward, hurt again. Out again. I know you're cramps this time. Can't rely on him. Once he went out, Jackson went right at Cam Mitchell and Harden. I mean, they couldn't. They're backups at best. So, but man, oh man, they sacked him 3 times. They were in his face all day. I mean, they stuffed. There was nothing. It was 10-3 at halftime. Like they gave up a total of, but from the second half of the Cincinnati game and the first half of the Baltimore game, 2 of the best offenses in the AFC, they gave up 88 yards. Can't ask for anything more out of that, other than that pick. We should have had an interception. We didn't force any turnovers, but still didn't matter. We were in that game, but the offense couldn't do a thing with the ball. I couldn't do anything. Not one thing. And I get it. Flacco's, he forced that ball. He's trying to make something happen. But, drops again, Jerry Jeudy, It's the same. It's a complete disaster. That's why it's time. And I know he already said Flacco's playing this week. You have Green Bay, and then you got to go to Detroit, and you saw what Detroit did to Chicago yesterday. So here's the thing. I say no matter what, Game 5, move on. Let Gabriel start that game in London. It's a neutral site. Doesn't matter. Those games are always wacky anyway. And then you got a little extra time to come back. Pittsburgh's terrible. Seattle beat them yesterday. I kept telling you Pittsburgh stinks. They're going to tank for a quarterback. I'm telling you. They're going to get Drew Aller. So make the move week 5. Give Gabriel a couple more weeks, and then let's get through Gabriel and let's get to Shedeur and move on, because that's the only thing that's going to keep anybody interested in this, because this offense is a complete disaster. Now you have to worry. You do have to worry about the lives of your 2 rookie quarterbacks behind this offensive line trying to pass block for them. But at least with Shedeur, you've got he can run. You saw Flacco has some I keep saying he has some escapability, but he has nowhere to go. There's nothing he can do. This pass blocking is just brutal. All right, so what do we learn? Let's talk about it. Here's what we learned. The leash on Flacco it's like this now. To me, it would be over if it wasn't. You got Green Bay at home. There's a puncher's chance there. If we can hold Baltimore, if you can hold Derrick Henry to 23 yards rushing, I think you could be okay with Green Bay. But Ward, it hinges. There's so much that hinges on Ward. They got receivers, but not we can beat them, but you can't beat anybody if you don't have any offense. And this is it. Why? I don't understand why we went away. Why run the ball? Why are we not running the ball? 6 yards of carry, and we're not running the ball. Why are we playing right into their hands? Why are we taking 7-step drops? Why are we throw the slants, throw the drags, short middle? The short middle was there. We're not doing it. We learned Stefanski's offense is a complete mess. That's what we learned. It's a disaster at this point. Without a quarterback that can move, it's a complete disaster. Jerry Jeudy, we also learned that he's not a number 1 receiver. You just can't keep dropping the ball like this. And then he juggled the ball. Here's the thing. He juggles that ball. And why we didn't, Stefanski again, why we didn't challenge that, I have no idea. I would have challenged that because it looked like it would have been a catch. But how about this? How come Judy's not past the sticks in the first place? You got to get the first down. Instead, he catches the ball and he's out of bounds a yard short. Like that is not a number 1 receiver. A number 1 receiver moves the sticks. A number 1 receiver catches the ball. Let's start there. Unbelievable. What else we learned? Myles Garrett is just having a year, man. He's earning his money. I said we should have traded him. He's probably saying the same thing. I should have just let him trade me. But that whole defense, you cannot hate on his defense. Another things we learned. Bubba Ventrone needs to be fired because this special teams unit is I'm not going to say complete disaster because Borges is an android and Schmidt actually made some kicks. But there's always something every week with this special teams. We can never put it all together ever. The block punt and we're letting we're big returns and it's every week. It is every week. Why is Bubba Ventrone still our special teams coordinator? We need one of those. I learned that from this game. We also learned that Stefanski, I don't know if he knows when to throw a challenge flag. He really wanted to go for it on 4th down, so he made sure he threw it on that one. But I don't know. And here's the other thing we learned. And Ross Tucker talked about it, and we told you the other day. Shedeur Sanders gets reps. He's getting at least, they said they give him, they block out time for each of the rookies to get at least 8 to 10 reps in every day in the offense. So they're ready to play. So Shedeur's ramping up too. Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur are going to be QB 1 and 2. Hopefully no longer than 2 more weeks. I say make the move heading into London. That's when you got to make the move. You got to make the move because we can't keep watching this. We just cannot keep watching this. I don't see how it's going to get any better. It's just not. I got something to tell you about 0-2 teams. It's not over yet. The Chiefs are 0-2. It's not over yet. So what are the storylines heading into Green Bay, this Green Bay game? I mean, how long can Flacco hold on to this job? That's all anybody's going to be talking about now. Last week it was the kicker. This week it's Flacco. They're not doing anything with him. So what's the point? Might as well let the rookies get some experience and learn, and who knows? You might have better results. All the rookies are balling out. Sampson, Judkins, Schlesinger. Schlesinger was the spy yesterday. I mean, they did that defense. I can't say anything. Like, the defense is all we got right now. And that's why, to me, it's not over. You could salvage this season with the defense that we have. And if Denzel Ward would drink some Gatorade or something, gosh, it's so frustrating. But here's the thing. Storyline heading into, it's again, they all share a common theme, what we teased off the top. Not only how long does Flacco hold on to the job, but can the offense ever muster up enough of anything to help the defense out? Because that's what killed us yesterday. I mean, the defense just did all that it could to keep us in that game, and you got nothing. You got nothing from the offense. The other storyline, are we ever going to be able to put all 3 facets of the game together? Offense, defense, special teams. Because right now it's just defense. Not going to win many games with that. Going to be in them, at least for a while. But you're not going to win many games with that. That's why losing that game last week to Cincinnati was so good. Look at now, Burrow's gone. Burrow's going to be, they're talking surgery for Burrow. So things change so fast, folks. Like, that's why. So that's the thing. So if we can get this offense thing figured out, the season is not over. So the storyline headed, can we steal one at home against Green Bay? But it's not going to be easy. We're going to need the defense to come up huge again. We got to shoot up Denzel Ward with a ton of Gatorade to make sure that he can stay out there. So that's where we're at, folks. I am not giving up hope. I'm not giving up yet on this team. Can't do it. The other thing is, the other storyline is, we've got the rookies to look forward to. They will get their shot this year, the way it's going. Because Flacco, God love him, but it is what it is, man. It's not going anywhere. We knew he wasn't the long-term answer. But with this offensive line and the way they pass block, you can't have a complete statue back there. You just can't. You're so limited. You got to have somebody who can move. Or you got to call plays where the ball gets out of his hands. That like Stefanski's not doing him any favors. This is what I don't understand. Last week I was like fine with the play calls. This week I'm going, what are we doing? Why are we this doesn't make any sense. These guys are in his grill in 2 seconds. Get rid of the ball. Nobody's open. Well, because we're standing back there for so long, nobody's open. You got to get it out of your hands quick. And then Gabriel comes in 3 for 3 and finds Sampson on a little wheel route out of the backfield. Of course, he was playing against the 2s or probably maybe even the 3s by then. They pulled everybody. Even Ross Tucker was talking about it. Said, now very rarely do you have a luxury where you could pull all your starters in an NFL game because they usually come down to the wire. But not giving up hope. Not giving up hope. Now, another good storyline, as usual, are the viewer comments. And we'll start with @Pritchard, who says, 0-3 next Sunday. Green Bay really going to put a bad hurting on the Clowns. I don't know. I don't think so. We're at home, and this defense, the way it plays, it's going to keep us in these games. We just got, if the offense can muster up anything, we're going to win. I mean, Flacco's going to start. So we got that going for us. Judy catches the ball. I mean, what are we doing on offense? Just, it's brutal. Stefanski's offense. But listen to this. Well, 0-2 is a significant hurdle. 32 of 279 teams, that's 11.5%, between 1990 and last season, started 0-2 and made the playoffs. Of those 32 teams, 17 won the division and 3 won the Super Bowl. So it's not out of the question to make the playoffs starting 0-2. And like I said, the Chiefs started 0-2. So we're not done yet. Not done yet. But what I'm saying is, no matter what, make the move to the rookies. Game 5, London. If you want to go to Gabriel first, go to Gabriel first, and let's start working towards Shedeur. That's where I'm at. RJ66, as I stated last week, give the people what they want. Put the rookies out there. Flacco gave them 14 points. Now, it's a combination of, like I said, it's not completely on Flacco. I blame the offensive line, the pass blocking too, because he has no time. But I also blame the play calling against Baltimore. Like, I just couldn't understand why we weren't throwing just quick passes. You got to just get the ball out of your hand. I don't know. Here's something, and this is what you can take away. Muscle Man 2025. The offense is just not competent enough to compete. The D is legit. That's it. That's the bottom line. Well, special teams suck too, and Ventrone needs to be fired. I'm done with Ventrone in this special team situation. It is a complete. It's a circus every week with the special teams. Every week. We got to start cleaning house, man. And I'm telling you, Stefanski and his offense, I'm telling you, I'm going to start losing my mind a lot faster the more this goes on. And then we'll end on at Brandon Hatfield, who says, here's the only thing, the reason I put this in there is because he was so close to nailing the score. He said before the game, the Browns are getting smoked today, 48-10 Ravens. That's pretty close. To what happened, 41-17. So I give you credit, Brandon Hatfield, for making that call. Hopefully, maybe you made some money on it. I don't know. But the bottom line is this, folks. It is not over. If we can just figure out this offense, but I'm sticking to my guns. Flacco if you want to play him against Green Bay and Detroit, that's fine. Don't put the rookies in those situations. That's fine. But after that, go with them, because Minnesota stinks. Pittsburgh stinks. Like we're fine after that. You get Tennessee, you get the Jets, you get all these teams stink. Give those games to the rookies. Don't look back. Just give them to the rookies and let's go. Let's see what we can muster up with the young guys. But wacko for Flacco time is over in Cleveland, folks. It is over, and it is time for Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders to take us to the future. That's where we're at. All right, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, all week. Here's always something. Look, I still got the ball. Look. We need to hear that much, much more. Stefanski got to figure it out. They got to figure this out. Oh, boy. The offense. At the kicker last week, the offense this week. That defense did enough to win. Like, man, the offense had done anything. It's a completely different game. All right, go Browns. We'll see you next time.